Okay, we're gonna call the meeting to order at 12:25. There is a sign-up sheet going around with everybody that is in here at the time. You all received copies of the minutes for August the 22nd for the board meeting. Are there any changes requested at this time?
No, approved as presented.
Okay, so we have a motion to accept as presented.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jorge Gonzalez. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries. Citizen comments, the floor will be open until the end of the meeting for any citizen comments, none present at the time. Treasurer's report, financial update on Laredo Housing Finance Corporation, accounts deposit expenses, and available balances.
I'm here representing Community Development. Your financial statement for August 2018 is included in your packet. And as you can tell on the second page, there was just a few deposits of interest earned and brings your ending balance at $102,950.33.
Approved as presented. Motion
We
to
have a motion to approve as presented by Ms. Montoya. I'll second that motion. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody against or any comments? Motion carries. Financial operation update by Capstone Real Estate Services with discussion and possible action on Hamilton Apartments repairs, improvements, leases, operations, and management.
Susana Perez, property manager for Hamilton. Operating variance report is in your packet. Total income, total repairs, utilities, everything is included in the packet, and we were negative 4,148 for the month of August. September books will be out about the 9th of October, so we'll present that at the next meeting. The main thing that we want to get approved is the down units at Hamilton. I asked Frank to be here today so he could give you information as far as the contractor that we're recommending to do the work, so I'll let him speak.
Okay, so yeah, just kind of to remind everybody, these are for, I think there's 4 inoperable units right now at the Hamilton housing.
Before, I thought there were 6.
No, we did,
You did-
we
you
did
did
some,
They did
yes.
2, yeah.
So we're down to 4.
These are
So
the,
we're down to 4, and then there's some smaller, like service areas, some replacement of sheetrock around the service areas and the entrance. We are recommending, I think we got 4 bids?
we got 3 bids.
3 bids,
Mhm.
okay. We got 3 bids. The one, we reviewed them, qualified them, and quantified them. Our recommendation is to go with JMI Contractors out of San Antonio. They came in with a bid of $30,400. And like I said, based on our review and our experience, we recommend going with them.
Have they ever done any work for us?
Yes, they actually did the dining room roof
They
at
did the roof.
Hamilton, and they did a really good job. It's already been inspected by community, and yes, they did a very good job.
Do the other contractors that ever bid out like this, do they ever come back and say, not that you want to tell them how much you were off or whatever, but was I very high? I mean, we want to try to keep it here local, but I know price is important, as long as they do good work. But I mean, do the other guys ever care, or they just like, they bid
Sometimes
and
they
then?
do.
Sometimes they do.
They do ask, and technically we can offer them that information.
Okay.
Mhm. And at that moment, you know, in some projects, you know, they can determine, you know, oh, I must have missed something, and then they can withdraw if that's the case. But I think they've reviewed everything and
They
they're
reviewed
okay.
everything, yes.
And they're very, I mean, they are close to the second lowest bidder, so I don't foresee. I think it's when you first see a big difference from 1 to 2,
Right.
is when you want to ensure that they didn't miss out on something, or they didn't, you know, misquote you. But when it's something close, they'll ask just so that they can know,
Yeah, they have.
but they won't withdraw or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, these, all three bids were close, which is good. That
Very
means
close.
that they understood what they were pricing. So, and again, they were the low bidder as well.
So your recommendation is to do it,
For JMI to complete the work, yes, of the awarded the project.
when would they start?
I confirmed with no promises and asked if awarded the project, how soon could they start? And they said they could start it as early as next week
And finish it in?
and finish it. It would take I think it said about 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I have to remember now.
I
We
would
have the
say-
documents.
I don't-
So in November, somebody can be
Yes.
moving in? For November.
Probably early December, because we would want to leave it, like, give them the 30 days, I mean, not 30 days, but to give them, if we start as early, it'll be October, I'm sorry.
Sam, we still have
Yes,
time.
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was thinking we were going to be November. Yeah, we could do it for November 1st, people could be moving in, correct.
And you already have a waiting list.
I already have a waiting list for these units, and hopefully get them rented out and start generating revenue for them.
I move that we approve JMI based on the recommendation.
Second by Ms. Montoya. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries to accept JMI's 30,400 for the improvements on the 4 units that are left to be finished.
Okay, that was the main project that we wanted to get approved and get it going, and then.
We haven't been able to fix the,
That's in the works. Sonia asked our accounting department, they told her what she needed to do, reverse these, and then it wouldn't come out on the financials. She's not here today, but I'll voice that to her if we can get it fixed for the next variance report. Hopefully, yes. Mhm.
the thing is that we don't want it to show like this for our end of year numbers, for people to think that we're under 124,000.
Correct, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, makes perfect sense. Yes, they told, accounting told her how to fix it, and she'll take care of that. That is all I have for Hamilton at the moment.
Any questions for our management company? No?
No.
Okay, then we'll move to number 7, update and discussion regarding lease by Crown Castle for replacement of antenna and of equipment on billboard frame.
So we gotta approve that.
Well, so in the last meeting, that when we met, you did ask us to follow up on when to expect a payment from Comcast. And when I reached out to Mr. Vincent Franco, he's the real estate specialist for Comcast. He's the one that has been working the agreement. He expressed to me, and he explained to me that what we signed was just a term, just an agreement for the term sheet. So he goes that what he needed next was the actual agreement. So that's why, if you recall, there's no real start date or end date. It just said that we were agreeing to the terms of how much, and that we would do it for 12 months with a 1-year extension. So then he has provided me this. Let me forward. He did provide me, that's his email, and then he did provide me the actual agreement, which is referred to as the rooftop lease agreement. So this, I guess 10-page document would be the one that would stipulate the start date and end date of the 12 months.
Our attorney's gonna review this, who's gonna review
And,
it?
well, that's what we just presented to you all, so y'all can motion if you want us to have it reviewed by legal.
And if we decide to move forward, how soon can we sign the contract?
He's telling me in his email, he did mention that, that as soon as this gets signed, spring, we'll commence construction. They wanna see this signed and then they can start construction, so within he put 14 to 30 days payment would start.
Well,
So
let's-
payments start at commencement of construction, so I guess, and I can get clarification, but to me it sounded like 14 to 15 days after they start construction, that's when it,
Who's gonna review this, the city attorneys, or are we gonna get, who are we gonna get to review?
we can ask our city attorney if they're able to review it.
Save us some money.
We can definitely,
I move that we get it reviewed by our attorneys, so that we can sign it and move on.
okay.
I'll change the motion, just that if they're not able to review it, to move forward and have legal counsel, even if it's external, to
Okay.
review the contract.
That's fine.
Okay.
Can we have a second?
Second.
Second by Oscar, everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries. Discussion with possible action regarding general liability insurance coverage for Hamilton Apartments. I thought we had already signed,
Yes, it's already signed and it's already in force. Yes.
It's part of your package.
It was part of the packet, I guess, prior to, since.
But we had already approved it, no?
Yes.
Yeah, it's part of the packet. I don't know if Arturo had any comments that he, or if he just left it in the agenda. But he did include it, so if anybody had any questions.
and we did go with the 25,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we bought down the deductible.
Yes, 25,000, yes. And it was confirmed.
Next year, we'll just shop it earlier, so that's fine.
Okay.
So there's no action on number 8. Discussion with possible action to provide funding for the purchase of an EMS stretcher to be located at the Hamilton Apartments. Did we get quotes?
No.
How much? How much are they?
No quotes. Verbal from the fire department, they're saying the stretchers run between $5,500 to $6,500. I wouldn't even know where to obtain these stretchers, so I will speak to somebody at the fire department to see if they could give us a manufacturer, vendor, whatever, maybe even then quote us a price and then present it to, present it.
Would the city consider donating that to us? I mean, it's only $5,500 and it's the city's fire department, so.
I'm not sure. I mean, I can pose the question.
Or are there any grant, I don't know.
I could pose a question.
Like a grant or.
We can ask, we can always ask.
I think we should at least try to ask, and if they say, no, we can't, okay, then we buy it.
But
Have
let's
them-
move forward,
have
let's
them
move
help
forward
us.
and getting quotes.
Have them help us get,
Okay.
so that we buy the right one. And
Would you all like to, submit a formal request, maybe, from the board? Requesting to city management?
Yes. Yeah. Do a formal request and then we'll move from there. But the option is to buy, I mean, we need to get it, so. Have we had any more need for it?
No,
I mean,
no.
not yet, but it,
No, we don't want to say
We don't
that
wanna
we
say.
have, but it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to have it handy, just
And this would be the stretcher that fits both
that
elevators?
fits both elevators. I think they're probably very expensive because what I understood from the fire
And why is
department
that?
is they kind of either recline or you can hold it upright. Fire department, I think it's still an issue with these type of stretchers because only certain units carry those stretchers, so that's why, they're probably very expensive, so.
Why would these be used? Because I know when there's an emergency, they're gonna call the ambulance, right? But in what situation would this be used?
These would only be,
Fire.
this stretcher would only be used in case we have a major emergency or elevator issue that either the one that accommodates the stretcher is out for some reason, then this stretcher could be used on the other one that's a bit smaller.
And how many stretchers are they?
You know,
There's
we have-
only one?
there's
One.
There's only one.
Okay.
One stretcher.
Where would they keep it in your office?
There's a little storage room next to my office, but my office is super small, so no, it would have to be that storage area, and it would have to be locked.
So who would have the key, the fire department?
The fire department would have a key.
Can always have
One in my office, one for the maintenance techs, and one in their firebox. We have a firebox for them, a mailbox for the fire department. I call it the
It's a
firebox. Yeah, we have it there, and we have all the keys to wherever they need access to.
So the fire department right now carries that type of stretcher?
Only certain units, I think only 3 of the units carry those stretchers, so,
So what happens is if Hamilton gets a call, let's just say, and that stretcher doesn't show up, only one elevator accommodates the other, the
The
regular
old-
kind
the
of
regular
stretchers,
stretcher,
you know, the standard stretchers. So the standard stretchers only fit on one elevator. So then it becomes an issue if that elevator's down, or if that elevator starts getting busy, or, you know, they can't hold it. There is a way for them to hold
there
it,
is.
but
Because I would think that the city would have like that designated stretcher to the area here, considering that they have 2 or 3 buildings housing elderly. I mean, I can't picture anywhere else where they have elderly people up and down if they would need it. I mean, the hospitals are
The hospitals.
the high
Yeah, but the
call,
hospital's
but they
not.
have their own equipment.
yeah, I'm not sure if like all 3 are in the downtown area. We don't
No, not all 3. Now, the thing is, every time that we have a call, every time is a different situation. Now I've learned that every time we have for example, a fire alarm, not one unit responds. It's either 2 or 3 units that respond to Hamilton. I don't know why, but it's protocol for them that they get an alarm. It's not just the one in the downtown area. I think 2 others respond to our building. So every time we have an alarm, that's why it looks like something serious.
No, I
is-
think it's because of the amount of
Well,
people.
couldn't we ask that stretcher just stay here at the downtown fire station? That way it's always in,
We can ask, I don't know what limitations.
so that we didn't have to buy one.
Alright.
If it's always there, if it's always there and they respond.
We can ask, I don't know.
I don't know,
what-
I'm just asking.
Yeah. We can see what they're,
If they say it doesn't work, then
I just think at one point they're still gonna need it.
plus, later.
I'll proceed to get
That's
quotes
Get
and
quotes.
see, yeah.
So no action at this time. We're gonna get quotes, and of course, we're gonna do a formal letter to the city of Laredo to see if they can help us on that item. Any other comments, questions?
Nope.
If not, we'll close item number 4 as well to citizen comments. And we will have a motion to adjourn. Everybody in favor? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job in having modeling.